Hi everyone, in today's video I will show you when to choose Windows Server Core and when Windows Server with desktop experience. So as you can see right now I am on the official Microsoft site, and in today's video I will show you when to choose Windows Server Core and when to choose Windows Server with desktop experience. As you can see, we have here a article when Microsoft is comparing these two versions. I will show you the differences and I will show you when to use it. So we can start. When you install Windows Server using Setup Wizard, you can choose between Windows Server Core or Server with Desktop Experience install options. With Server Core, the standard graphical user interface, the desktop experience, isn't installed. You manage the server from the command line using PowerShell, the server configuration tool, which is sconfig. If you don't know what is sconfig, you can click on that, and here is how can you enable it, or by remote methods. Server with desktop experience, install the standard graphical user interface and all tools including client experience features. We recommend that you choose the server core install option unless you have a particular need for the extra user interface, elements and graphical management tools that are included in server with desktop experience install option. So as you can see, Microsoft recommends to always use the Windows Server Core because for them it is better, and maybe it is better optimized, for example, unless you have the particular need for extra user interface elements and graphical management tools that are included in the server with desktop experience. So as you can see, for me, I have extra needs to have a graphical interface, for example, because I am recording this video on Windows Server 2025 with desktop experience. In order to show you that, site and that browser in a very comfortable way, I have to use the server with desktop experience. So this is what, for example, one reason when you should use server with desktop experience. But in Server Core, you are actually using PowerShell in order to manage your config. So you need to know a lot of commands. So this is how it looks like. Here is the information that the Setup Wizard lists the install options. In the list, additions without desktop experience are Server Core install options. So you have Windows Server Standard and Windows Server Data Center, which are Server Core additions, and here you have two with desktop experience. So you need to remember that you have to choose it at the beginning of the installation, because later you cannot change it. So unlike some previous releases of Windows Server, you cannot convert between Server Core and Server with desktop experience after installation. If you will need to do a clean installation if you install later to decide to use a different option. So as I said, you cannot directly change from, for example, I cannot change right now to Windows Server Core because it is not possible. If I want to use Windows Server Core, I have to either, because I am doing this on the virtual machine, either create a new virtual machine or I have to install it basically again. So this is how it works. And what are differences? I think I recorded the video when I showed you the differences between Windows Server Core and Windows Server with desktop experience. I showed you exactly that table, but maybe I will show it again because it is not really long. So you have the component. Here on the left we have the Windows Server Core, and on the right we have the Windows Server with desktop experience. And now, in terms of user interface, here you have the minimal command line driven, as you can see, command PowerShell, sconfig, and command prompt, which is CMD. In desktop experience you have standard Windows graphical user interface, which, as you can see, is very similar, for example, in this 2025 version to Windows 11. It looks almost the same, but it has some more options in terms of managing servers and networks. So in terms of disk space, of course, Server Core has smaller requirement and desktop experience has larger. In order to install, configure, and install servers locally, you need to on Windows Server Core you need to use PowerShell. Here you have to use either PowerShell, because of course we have PowerShell in this version, or Server Manager, which is a special tool that does not exist, for example, on Windows 11. Here I have some errors because it is not configured properly, but you can use it. And now, in terms of roles and features, in server core, some roles and features aren't available. You can see information right there about which are not available. But some of the features from Windows Server with desktop experience for application compatibility can be installed with app compatibility feature on demand. I think I also recorded video about what is this app compatibility feature on demand, and I showed you that site from there, so you can also watch it. In that case, of course, all roles and features are available, including those for application compatibility. In terms of remote management, I think this is the same. We have exactly the same text, which is yes, can be managed remotely using graphical user interface tools such as Windows Admin Center, remote server administration tools, or Server Manager, or by PowerShell. So this is exactly the same. In terms of potential attack surface, server core is greatly reduced attack surface, so as you can see, it is a little bit safer, I think. In desktop experience, because you have a lot of more files, I think, because of this graphical graphical interface, you have no reduction, so it is a little bit easier to get attacked. In terms of Microsoft Management Console, in terms of server core, it is not installed, but can be installed with app compatibility feature on demand. In terms of Windows Server experience, with desktop experience, I mean, it is installed by default, of course, so this is also very comfortable. Here you have the information that for RSAT, which was here, I think, remote server administration tools, you must use the version included with Windows 10 or later. So either Windows 10 or Windows 11. You cannot use, for example, Windows 7, Windows Vista, or Windows 8, I think. So this is how it works, and this is the difference, and this is when to use the Windows Server Core and Windows Server with desktop experience. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next videos.